Hello, my beauties. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait, I've got to sit forward a little bit so my light is pretty good. If I go back, actually, that's it's pretty much the same. How are you? Oh my goodness. I just finished watching a Netflix series, which I'm not even, well, just media disturbing my energy. And because of that, I've chosen to do a very specific type of meditation today, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that happens to, where you watch a show and it's good, it's engrossing, but it almost takes you on this like human journey of pain and sadness and redemption. And you're like, so, and it was a little bit because it was a crime drama, it was a little bit definitely disturbing. And so, what we're going to do today, welcome. So, some folks are tuning in live for my daily meditation series. What we're going to do today is something that I did in the Awaken the Divine Feminine, which we had our last session um, this morning. And so, we did a practice similar to this, to what I'm going to lead you in today. And so I think it'll help us get grounded. So this will be good anytime that you end up stressed, of course. Um, I say of course because it can be for any reason that you're stressed. And this meditation that we're going to do is about feeling, it's going to be like a visualization, grounding. Grounding means like feeling not scattered, but feeling within yourself, feeling safe and centered. um, we're going to tune into our sense of place. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. And because cameras show everything reversed, it's throwing me off because I am dyslexic. It's like trying to straighten something that's like it's the opposite. So, who is here? Say hi in the chat and welcome those of you who are going to watch on the replay. And also tomorrow I will be live and probably do a brief meditation and then do more of like a normal live. Okay. So do get ready to do some meditation practice, because that's what this series is about. Mostly meditation. Okay. Various types. Hi, Silverhead. Yeah. So, yeah, the soulful mindfulness that some of you have actually taken, I think I ran it in the fall. It's running again. If you are interested in being a part of it, you could email me and it'll get to me at assistant@intheflowofmagic.com. So let's get started with our meditation practice. We're going to do with Insight Timer, which I mentioned to you before. This is kind of what the app looks like. All the different bell sounds that you can do an interval. You could do ambient sound, which I'm not sure is okay on YouTube. I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. If you hear sounds of chaos, that's the Percival in the background. Okay, so we're going to do 10 minutes. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, 3 to 5 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Apparently, cats are most active at twilight and dawn. Like I think it's called diurnal. That's when they are most active. Of course, many cats are active at night too. But yes, if you hear odd sounds, it is just the Percival deciding to raise havoc. And you may have a cat in your home that raises havoc too, or a puppy. So we'll begin by just to get you centered within your body, dropping out of your head, your thoughts, your plans, all of that coming right to the present moment. So you might want to just move forward and back. You could lean forward, lean back gently, just like rocking. See if you can make it feel like it's happening naturally, that you're not doing it. Or even more, side to side. And again, let your body, like, it's relaxing. And as your body relaxes, you might have noticed with long meditations, you might find that your body just moves just a little bit. So just inviting you to do that and then end up centered. Just like a mom, I'm listening for the sounds and trying to figure out what's going on in the other room. But being live on YouTube, I'm not going to get up and go check, so it'll be interesting. So you may have sounds, you may have cars going by if you're in a city or a suburban area. Maybe it's raining or snowing where you are. Notice the sounds around you as well. And that's a beautiful segue to take another deep breath in. And let's get grounded in our sense of place. So, the way that our ancestors all were intimately aware of and connected to their place. There was a mountain, there were hills, there were trees or grassland, and they knew the streams, they knew everything about the place where they lived. So I can feel you dropping into that. We're going to drop into a sense of your place. The easiest way to do that now is just to begin to bring to mind a tree that is in your area. So some of you, if you're in a very urban area, it may be a tree that's poking up through the sidewalk, it's planted on the sidewalk, sort of pushing up the concrete. They have a little metal fence around it, like in New York City, they sometimes put a little metal gate. Or if you're in a more suburban or rural area, just bring to mind a tree that's right in your area, on your property, or very close. Take a deep breath into that and out. And just touch into from your tailbone, up your spine, to center yourself up to the top of your head. Take a breath in and out. Feel the contact of your body with your seat or chair beneath you. Just feel that. Feel the weight and the support that you have. As you take another deep breath in, feel that you're in space, a different kind of space, like a liminal space, meaning like an in-between space, an imaginary space where you're just able to tune in to that tree. Maybe it's an oak tree, maybe it's a willow, maybe you're not sure what kind of tree it is, but it's right in your area. And just see it before you and feel that you're emanating out from your body like the sun sends out rays and warmth. You're emanating out and you're able to energetically just connect with that living being from the plant kingdom. I know this might be hard for some of you. For some of you, it might be fairly easy. Just imagine in front of you. And to make this connection a little bit deeper, let's just connect down from the root chakra. So feel that the root chakra also governs down through the legs, that you send down energetic roots into Mother Earth. When you exhale, feel that the roots, just like a tree, they push down energetically into the earth. And I believe this is helpful for our physical incarnation, for strengthening ourselves, and for making us feel more grounded. So you're sending energetic roots down into the earth. Imagine that you're able to send these roots just like a tree. They branch out, down, many, many feet into the ground. Beautiful. And you may start to feel a warmth at your lower body or at your tailbone. So through your legs and lower body, you're able to energetically connect down to Mother Earth, which is a living, aware, sentient being, our home in this incarnation. So yeah, you might begin to notice warmth. Feel that as you inhale, you're able to draw up energy into your body. Exhale, the roots have fully developed down into Mother Earth. And now we're going to do like a circular exchange with the tree, with the living being. So feel that there's an energy as you breathe out, right? Maybe the tree, you connect energetically to the leaves in the upper part of the tree, down through the bark and down through the body of the tree, through its roots, back to you. So see if you can begin to imagine that there's a beautiful circular flow of energy. You inhale, you exhale, and feel how is that flow? Is it the inhale that you connect? Exhale down and then down to the roots, and then inhale, and then down to the roots of the tree, up through the body of the tree, and then you inhale, and that connection just flows. Again, for some of you, it might feel easy. And I am dropping you right into it without much prelude because on YouTube, the longer videos do not tend to do as well. So I'm shortening it versus if we were doing it in a more closed setting, like in a classroom, in a class, and a more private setting where I would have, I would know that you were ready for a longer practice with just more structure. So just doing a short taste here. Really see if you can feel that you're connecting out to this tree. Imagine its leaves. Does it have leaves or is it bare now? And that you're just energetically touching in, connecting. And just continue that cycle of energy. And now feel that the other trees around that particular specific being that you're connecting to, that you're extending out now, and feel that it's like you're approaching like you'd approach someone who you're just meeting and just greeting, connecting into. As we all know, trees are alive, but what we may not be aware of as much as just their level of awareness or consciousness. So feel now that you connect in with the other living trees in the area, other plant beings. And it's as if there's a circle from where you're sitting, and that circle grows where you're connecting with the other living beings in your neighborhood. So again, for some of you, this may be a new exploration. Just try it, see how it feels. And for instance, to my left, there were trees, and to my right, there were trees. And so now I just feel that my energy is connecting with them for a certain circumference. How big is it? 10 yards, 20 yards. See how big and expansive you can feel that your energy is. And connecting out. And this practice, we're not so much connecting with the other humans. This is really a practice to connect with the living world. So the land itself, maybe you have a garden, and maybe depending where you are, the ground may be cold now, or whenever you're watching this, but feel that you connect into the actual awareness of the earth itself, the soil in your garden, the grasses. trying to tune into all the non-human life, the birds, squirrels. They are like where I am, they're always running through the trees and chasing each other and sitting and eating the nuts they've found and the nuts they're buried. So just use your imagination a little bit more and see what other creatures do you see in your area. Just feel that you are aware of the other life forms. And now let's connect maybe to some water. Is there some water or a stream where you are? Maybe in a park a little ways away from you, there's a stream or a brook that runs by. Just think of it and feel that you're just connecting into the spirit of the water. Notice any subtle shifts that happen as you try to do this. You may feel like nothing's happening, Viv, but just notice, stay mindful. You might just feel like, well, I'm just thinking about the stream, and that's fine. Just think of it. Some of you can visualize well. Maybe you're standing by the stream. Just connecting in, and a sense again that you're greeting someone with respect. You're just saying hello. I see you. I honor you. The water, the trees, the grasses, the plants, all the animals in the natural world that we may not see very often. Sometimes I see things like skunks or badgers very occasionally, or foxes, but they're all there around you depending where you live. See and feel that you're just tuning into all of life. Just take a deep breath in and just land. If you'd like, you can honor those who were on this land before you, just even thinking of them. And sometimes I like to say, I thank you for your life. I'm aware, and just think of them like I'm aware that you lived on this land, that you raised families and children. And I often get a very, very felt sense of gratitude and energy when I do that, because on every part of the earth, there are ancestors, there are elders that walked on this land before you. And so basically, we're just saying, I know that you lived a life, and I honor the care you gave to the land. Deep breath in. Just notice how you feel. Hopefully feeling a little bit connected to your space, the land around you, maybe just around your home or your neighborhood. Take a nice deep breath in, stretch, and release. So it snowed where I am, so the landscape actually looked different. Looked really nice, actually. Looked very beautiful. If you have any questions or comments, do share them now. I feel like I did that relatively kind of quickly, and you may not have had any background into it. So let me know how that was for you if you participated, which I hope you did if you had the video on, because it was just me with my eyes closed, so there's nothing to really watch. So I'm just going to give a few minutes and see if there are any comments or questions. So as I said, this is based on the idea that wherever our people were on this earth, they would have known the land intimately. They would have been growing food crops, foraging, hunting. They would have had to know how to live on the land. And that's something we have lost um, in the West, at least the connection to land. Some of us, maybe if we live in a place where there might still be something like hunting or farming, we have some connection, but it's not anywhere near as much as our, 10 generations back would have had, right? Because that would have been their life. So, yeah, any comments or questions in the chat? How was this for you? Now, I know a lot of you are going to watch on the replay, so feel free to put in the comments, because the chat is when it's live, but you can definitely put any comments, any questions. Yeah, and I'm going to put the link for my Soulful Mindfulness program, which motivated me to just do this quick series with you of different daily meditations. So I'm going to put it, if I can, put the link in the chat. It is enrolling now to start this coming weekend. And it's an 8-week program where you learn various types of mindfulness meditation so that you can be an independent meditator. You're not always dependent on finding some video on YouTube. You really understand meditation, why to do it, when to do it, and which one is good for you at that moment. So it's a skill that you're going to have for the rest of your life. Some of you actually who are here watching have been through the program. And if you are a meditator, but you feel like you've lost your mojo a little bit, like Silverhead, you may want to, because I just see your comment there. And if you're into meditation, consider joining the community, which I have started off of YouTube. Here, let me get it really quick. And I'm calling it Goddess Sanctuary. And I have guided meditations in there as well, but it's also a place where you can share what you're going through. So for instance, if you're having a particular problem with your spiritual practice, it's like a forum. So there's a place where you can ask questions and get guidance. So that's another option for those of you. Hey, Carla. Yeah, hi. For those of you who want just more community, and so I'm calling that Goddess Sanctuary, and it's my own independent, school where you can be in community with other women who are spiritual and who are doing exploring their spirituality and their spiritual growth. This particular session I'm opening to everyone, so men, women, non-binary, for the first time. So the Soulful Mindfulness is open to all at this time who are really interested, obviously, in it. And there was a low income price. It's 108. I'll just go ahead and share that as of the time of this video. That's the low income. If you even need a 2-payment plan, you could let me know at assistant@intheflowofmagic.com. A lot of you, I know most of you would benefit from this, unless you are, an expert meditator and you meditate regularly, then you don't need this program. But if you've either are a beginner, advanced beginner, intermediate who's sort of dropped off, you definitely would get a lot of benefit from being in my Soulful Mindfulness. I also teach, just remembering, because I was looking at my notes for it, my eyelash got in my eye. I used to say I have such long eyelashes that they'd often get into my eyes, but they're shorter now. Your eyelashes actually get shorter as you get older. I used to have really long eyelashes. Oh my gosh, and really thick, but they used to go like this. So Soulful Mindfulness, I also do some acupressure points in there that help with calming and that help with to help you meditate better. So that's part of what I teach. Okay, so let me look at the chat. So yes, hey Queen, Silverhead Carla, very calming. Thank you. Yes, yes. Silverhead says, I participated, aware of trees around the house, no water, but a fish tank in the house. And I visualized, okay, there's no water close by. I find water so soothing for my body type, my body mental type. Water is really crucial to have water nearby. I was sharing in the Awaken the Divine Feminine program this morning that like I said, we did a more extended version, and we had this was the fifth class, so we had built up to this. Um, I mentioned that when I was in New York City, and I was really, I want to say this was before 9/11, but I was like, I knew it was time to leave the like really urban area. And I would just literally feel a pull to go to the water. So I'd go over by the Hudson River, or yeah, not the, go over by the Hudson River, or yeah, not the East River. I think I'd go over towards the Hudson, that side, and just sometimes I'd go around Chelsea Piers. Anybody from New York City here or watching this? It's actually really beautifully developed. They made like a waterfront with a park, and I would just like go be by the water. It was so soothing and so healing. So I recommend that just as a healing practice. If you are stressed, as I always say, get into nature, and water is often, even if there's no forest or park near you, if you can get by a body of water, that will be very, very healing for you. Okay. Really, really healing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, great. You purchased some singing bowls. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. Some people are playing, actually playing them. And there's a channel I really love on here that has multiple singing bowls, and they do an amazing job. Can't think of what their name is, but I think if you on YouTube did singing bowls, and they have crystal singing bowls, but they'll have like eight of them, and they're playing them, and it's just really ethereal, wonderful background. Hi, beautiful love. Beautiful love, we missed you today. What happened? What happened, my love? Let's see. So, yeah, any other comments or questions? Water, very, very healing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it's not the big C word. That's the thing everybody thinks of. Anytime you can always attend, but like with your camera off, or just say I'm sick, but it's good to anyway, my program is recorded. Someone we're talking was in the Awaken the Divine Feminine. We had a wonderful, wonderful session this morning. Um, yeah. So if there are no more questions, I'm gonna go, because doing lives every day is challenging. You got to get some lipstick on. You got to you got to put on some decent clothes. Um, and I've been sort of resting today, and studying Italian, which I do. Quick update: watching Netflix in Italian with subtitles still, definitely. Um, and so it's because it's been really snowy where I am. So that was how I was just staying in and chilling out today. I will be live tomorrow. I don't know what the theme will be. I'll probably do a short meditation, since I've said this is a 7-day series, and I think tomorrow is only day 6, but then I'll do a more talking live. So beautiful love, I do hope you feel better. Um, Stress is such a big part of our illness, especially in our community. I think it's really the main thing. So that's why I'm like harping on self care so much. Also, Silverhead Fitness, email me. I know you had the link to the mindfulness program that you were in, and but I think you had lost it, because it's still up, it's still there, and you have access to those recordings. I think it was for a full year. So, right, I was gonna, it's the same, it's still up. So, Silverhead, if you want to get the meditation audios and any of that from the program, just email me, because I do have the link for your cohort. So I have the videos that are just you guys, and they're private. And if you wanted that, but you do have to email me, because it's that step of me having to like get it and then get that link to you. Okay. But it's the same link you were provided before. Um, and again, if you want to, if you've taken the soulful mindfulness or the mindfulness meditation, and you want to just like audit and be in it, then reach out to me. Okay. I would love to have you. It's absolutely worth repeating. Again, if you've taken it before, you can then still. And Carla, how are you? Yeah, beautiful love. Yeah, self-care. I know you've got a lot on your plate, I think. Um, so yeah, I hope you haven't been sick for too long because yeah, yeah. And yeah, I hope it's not. I noticed that for me, for winter, it's like such a basic thing. A lot of you might be like, oh, that's not a big tip or secret. But I noticed for winter, I just said to myself, just always have a soup ready. And I mean, you pretty much have a meal if you have a soup. Oh, okay. Only a beautiful love says she's only been sick for 2 days. Okay. That's long enough, though. That's long enough. Um, so I just have had a soup every day. Like it'll be a split pea, or it'll be a lentil, or it'll be a black bean. I am mostly eating vegan. I would say mostly plant-based for sure. So all of those soups are like vegan. And they're delicious. Like a split pea is delicious. There are ways you can get that kind of ham flavor. There are little tricks you can do. So yeah, that's been my trick for the winter, is just always having a nice healthy soup ready so that I don't necessarily reach for a lot of junk because I have the soup ready to go, and then I'll have a side, something with it. So I will see you all tomorrow. Now, as I always mention, I think Rick and Halisi of Our Black Utopia, they do travel Sundays. It's like I used to be the only one in like pretty like, a part of the YouTube community that would do Sunday live. And I think I was doing around two, and I think they started doing three. So I can't promise what time I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'm going to try not to conflict with the time that they do. So, but if you have any questions about like beautiful love, if you have questions about healing, if you felt like sharing what it is you are struggling with, whether it's a cold or flu, I am a trained and licensed massage therapist, retired from it, but I can give you acupressure points and even some dietary tips and things you can do to beat something like, especially a cold or flu. Um, so again, I'm here as a resource, but you have to ask, and that's why I really recommend being part of the community that I put Holistic Academy, because beautiful love, if you were in there, you could just write me. And as a member of the channel, as a supporter of the channel, I would write you back with some tips for specifically what you're going through. Same thing like Silverhead. It's nice to know like you got a singing bowl. If I had something to share with you, that would be the way I would share it to the channel supporters. So check out that Holistic Academy at thinkific.com. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, peace to you as well. And last thing, I feel that a lot of times, as Black women, predominantly in my community, though not all, I think Black women, a lot of women of color, and then allies, people generally, men and women who just like my channel, and I'm happy to have them. But I feel like, so speaking to Black women, we tend to isolate when we're stressed. And it isn't just Black women, but there's a part of that strong, we tend to pull into ourselves instead of going, this is something that some other YouTubers in the community have been talking about, the need for community, for support. And so I think that is just a trauma response. And we tend to think, I'll just take care of myself. And we almost pull back instead of going outward for help and support. So I just want to encourage any of you watching this to consider that my community, Holistic Academy, that link there, which is Goddess Sanctuary, that can be a place for spiritual women to gather, and where you can interface with me in a more personal manner and a less random manner, because you never know what I'll be talking about here on YouTube, right? So this is a way to support the channel and also to get your voice heard. Maybe I'll do more of the things that the community members, community supporters want me to talk about, right? Want me to teach. So that's how that works. So I really encourage you, if you're watching this either live or in the real replay, and if you're a woman, to join the Goddess Sanctuary. And I love how that sounds, because sanctuary sounds like it's like a safe place where you kind of gather and regain yourself. So I do like that word. I like that word. And it's almost like where it has the quality of like where something endangered is kept, right? Like, there's like tiger sanctuaries. And so it's to kind of strengthen the goddess energy, strengthen ourselves. So, yeah. So I'm provided that for you, but I need your support by being there, because there's not a community unless there's both sides, right? Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Before you go, can you please give a thumbs up? Really appreciate it. Yep. Let's get the more of those there on the under the YouTube video. And again, what that does is it tells YouTube you enjoyed the video. And if you're not already a subscriber, please do that now. Subscribe and you hit the bell. And so you're notified, you're more likely to be notified when there is a video live. Okay. All right. Mwah. Much love and blessings to you. And remember, community support, the support of other women is there for you. You just have to take that step and reach out for that. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.